Channel 12. This is Action News.
Today is the official 70th anniversary of 12 News, and for most of those years, the station was located at Central Avenue, just north of Roosevelt, before we moved into the heart of downtown Phoenix more than a decade ago.
Tram and I recently went back to our old building to see what's changed after 13 years.
All right, so we're here off Central in Portland, and Mark, can you believe it's been 13 years since we've been back at our old station?
I cannot believe it. You know, just pulling in this parking lot brings back such memories for me. In fact, right here, when I first came to 12 in 1980, Bill Denny, rest his soul, picked me up, and at the time he had a red and white Trans Am that said 12 Sports on it.
Wow!
And he parked right here.
Okay, well now it's changed. It's the Parsons Center for Health and Wellness. What do you say we go in?
Let's go inside. I want to see our old studio.
Yeah! This used to be Studio B.
Can you smell your cooking from the Valley Dish days?
The Valley Dish days, yes. This used to be our kitchen where we cooked.
Do you remember standing back here behind the...
Chopping the onions?
Yes.
With my onion goggles?
Yes.
You with me for a couple of the shows?
I know, we did some great shows. We cooked matzo ball soup together.
And what did you add to that soup?
Maybe a
little special something,
little vodka, which created a big stir in the station.
Alcohol was not allowed on the air.
This is the break room.
Wow. It's so different.
Remember having station meetings in here?
Yes, when corporate would come into town, and there were so many tables, and the whole station would gather in one room.
These windows were here, and you would overlook that brick wall. It was
Yes. So now this is the Southwest Center, and Jessica Leach is the CEO. Tell us what happens here.
So many great things happen here. The Parsons Foundation created this space for LGBTQ agencies to come together, and the Southwest Center is really that anchor spot for queer healthcare. And we are so grateful for the history this building brings. I know it seems strange to think that being the news building would be such a positive impact, but all of the amazing stories that come from here fuel the Valley, right? And so to be part of that history has been fantastic.
I'm just glad that the station lived on in another form, in another life form to do good things.
That benefits the community.
Right. So if you listen closely enough, you can almost hear the police and fire scanners, because where we're standing right now is where the assignment desk was, which is where literally the assignments were handed out for all of the reporters and photographers.
That was like the central nervous system of the newsroom.
Yeah, and to show you how far back this goes, we would also hear not only the police and fire scanners, but also the typewriters, because when I first came here in 1980, we were all using typewriters.
So what you're looking at now is actually what's known as 1 in 10, their youth center. But what used to be here was our control room.
I remember sitting in here. It was tiered, like sort of like a movie theater.
Yeah, it was always just a flurry of activity. Okay, so now this is Studio A. Can you believe this?
It's so weird to walk in here and not see the lighting grid.
I know. And where the main set used to be, in the center, towards the back. This is where I got engaged, in the main studio. And it was a big secret. It was a big surprise.
Oh, I think everybody knew except you.
I'm hoping that you will say yes, taking my hand in marriage.
Oh, of course I would. I was shocked. In the middle of thinking that I was going to do a live interview.
And I was working here when I got engaged.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on the air, but I was working here.
Oh, that's so special.
Yeah.
So many great memories.
Yeah.
All right, so where we're sitting used to be the main set.
Basically, we're sitting where we used to sit.
Yeah.
And I remember the very last night, we were all filled with emotion. Knowing that we were excited about going to the new place, but very sad and nostalgic about leaving here. And it was the only time we ever drank alcohol on the set, but we had champagne and toasted a big thank you to this building for all of those great years.
Great memories.
Oh, you look the same, MC.
Yeah, yeah. You know, what's really interesting is, look, a building is a building, but it's the people
that inhabit that building, and seeing all of those faces that's what brings back the memories.
It did bring back lots of memories. My favorite memories when I was doing weather one night, that studio that you guys went into flooded during a monsoon.
I remember that.
And I'm doing weather. We're talking about
And
severe
we're like
weather.
squeeging the water out.
Yes, and it was literally on my feet.
It was
we
one of
eventually had to
those,
get out of the newsroom.
You know, one out of every 100-year rains.
Rains,
it just
yep.
came down 3 or 4 inches in an hour.
Yeah, some great memories there. Though.
Yeah. But hey, we're hopefully making memories here.
Here too, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, we've been here for a long time.
I know, 13 years.